Hello, my name is Yemisi Ilesomi, and I'm speaking today on the Nigerian Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Bill. Um, the question was once asked: should women have equal rights as men? Should blacks have equal rights as whites? Are Israelites and Palestinians equal? Of course, some of those questions have been settled through wars, protests, and various human rights treaties. In fact, it is considered politically incorrect to ask such questions. I wonder why it is not considered politically incorrect to ask if lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transsexuals have equal rights as heterosexuals. I mean, if we are agreed that no one should be discriminated against, why are we still debating if lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transsexuals are entitled to human rights? I mean, last time I checked, lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transsexuals are people too. Well, debate is good because in some countries like Nigeria, many are yet to be convinced that lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transsexuals are actually human beings. There are ongoing legislative attempts in Nigeria and Uganda to further criminalize and restrict sexuality rights. There is a clamor for the removal and also the strengthening of sodomy laws inherited by Commonwealth countries in Africa. However, the call for sexual rights in Africa by Africans and by the international community is often seen as another colonial invasion by many Africans. Sexuality rights remain a silent but controversial issue in many parts of Africa. It is not just a controversial issue but also a taboo subject in many homes. One of the most efficient ways that patriarchy uses sexuality as a tool to create and sustain gender patriarchy and hierarchy in African society is by enshrouding it in secrecy and taboos. Many countries in Africa still criminalize homosexuality. Sodomy laws are still part of the criminal laws, thereby making it legally possible to persecute people with different sexual orientation. For example, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Ghana, Uganda, Nigeria, Tanzania, Ghana, and Cameroon all have laws under which homosexuality can be prosecuted. In South Africa, where the constitution recognizes same-sex relationships, gays and lesbians are often attacked, molested, and persecuted for their sexual orientation. Many African societies do not provide enabling environments to discuss sexual orientation issues. Homosexuality has been condemned by many African leaders as immoral, un-African, and a white man's disease, whatever that means. Well, following failed attempts in 2006 and 2008, Nigerian lawmakers are resurrecting a version of a widely condemned anti-homosexuality bill. Nigerian lawmakers, in a bid to rally popular support, needed a scapegoat, and the lesbians, gays, bisexual, transsexual community provides an easy target. The lawmakers decided once again to come in a straight mass orgy of corruption to bully the gay minority, a cause always guaranteed to provide the otherwise unpopular lawmakers cheap majority support. When will they stop discussing who is sleeping with whom and start making laws that will actually move this underdeveloped oil-rich nation forward? The bill aims to further criminalize same-sex marriage and relationship. Under Nigerian Criminal Code and Penal Code, consensual same-sex conduct between adults is already a criminal offense. Some of Nigerian lawmakers' arguments against same-sex relationships are outright ridiculous, if not pathetic. I still can't believe an old polygamous senator who imported from Egypt to Nigeria the 14-year-old daughter of his Egyptian gardener for marriage actually voted to send same-sex adults who engage in consensual relationships to prison for 14 years. This senator, who has a known history of marrying child brides, along with other lawmakers, claimed that homosexuality leads to pedophilia. I mean, pedophilia, anyone? It is indeed like a badly written Nollywood script. No surprise. The sponsor of the bill, Senator Domingo Obede, argued that, and I quote, "Same-sex marriage is spreading and spreading round the whole world, just like pornography and terrorism, which has become the order of the day if not arrested in time." Unquote. Wow, really? Senator La, in his own argument, stated, and I quote, "The essence of marriage is for procreation, and if we allow same sex, there will be no procreation and continuity, and we may become the last set of senators and no others to take over from us." Unquote. God. Even with 7 billion world population, I mean, the whole world is suddenly going to go extinct because you legalize same-sex relationship? Oh my God, give me a break. Honorable Abike Dabire, a member of the Nigerian Federal House of Representatives, said, and I quote, "You have a right to your sexual preference, but by trying to turn it into marriage, do you realize you could be infringing on the human rights of the other person who finds it repulsive?" Unquote. God, epic fail? I actually find that funny, considering that Abike Dabire divorced her first husband to marry her current husband. Did she not know that many Nigerians actually find divorce repulsive? Should we then criminalize divorce? Going by her argument, she has infringed on the human rights of majority of Nigerians who think divorce is repulsive. Seriously, how do people come up with such bollocks? Homosexuality is an African and a Western imposition, they say. How so? Foreign impositions include Christianity, Islam, Christmas, Ileya, Easter, sodomy law, and homophobia. Certainly not homosexuality. Sodomy law is a colonial legacy, a relic from the colonization of Nigeria by Britain. Britain has repealed the law in its homeland, but some of its ex-colonies in Africa still cling to this barbaric law and use it to persecute lesbians and gays, transsexuals and bisexuals. Britain also has a moral obligation to clean up its leftover mess and start accepting lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transsexual asylum seekers without whining. LGBT rights are human rights. Lesbians, gays, bisexuals and transsexuals are humans and are therefore entitled to all human rights. Let no politician, religious leader, or bigot tell you otherwise. Why support this draconian bill against Nigerian lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transsexuals? Why take away another person's rights when you do not want your own rights trampled upon? The fact that majority stands on the same side of an issue does not mean majority is always right. Sometimes it is just a case of fools standing on the same popular side, as in the case of criminalization of lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transsexuals on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity. You know, giving someone else equal rights does not infringe or take away rights from you. It just makes it illegal to enforce your prejudice and hate against another person. It is that simple. Not a difficult concept to grasp, is it? Those of us who believe in equal rights and justice for all, we keep on fighting for human rights for all. It does not matter whether we are a majority or a minority, because LGBT rights are human rights, and that is the beauty of democracy. Which side are you on? Are you on the side of equality for all, or are you for discrimination? Let's stand on the side of justice and equality. Watch out for my new book titled Freedom to Love for All. Homosexuality is not un-African. The book will be available on Amazon and other channels, and I will definitely keep you informed. But make sure you grab a copy. It's a must-have. Thank you.